A newborn kitten can't even open its eyes, its ears are tightly folded shut, it can't even urinate on its own, and it's totally helpless, and yet it wants to survive. Its only cards are the most primitive senses of smell and touch. By detecting the scent of milk and sensing the warmth radiating from its mother's skin, it crawls and tumbles its way to find a life-saving meal. At this stage, a kitten's temperature regulation system is virtually non-existent. Without a mother cat wrapping it in constant body heat, even a slight drop from normal room temperature can quickly send it into a fatal hypothermic state. By conventional evolutionary logic, the stronger ones born naturally have higher survival rates, like a foal dropped onto the grass able to stand and run within an hour. These are called precocial animals in biology, but mother cats do the complete opposite, giving birth to these altricial young that need long-term intensive care. The reason is actually quite practical. While felines are mostly solitary hunters, catching mice or birds relies entirely on explosive speed, balance, and stealth. If a bird-sized lump were growing inside her belly, while her kitten's fully developed, the mother cat would have to carry that enormous weight to perform high-difficulty leaps and ambushes. The heavy burden would not only keep her from catching prey, the extra energy drain would directly wear the mother down to protect her own hunting ability. Cats made a clever compromise in their reproductive strategy. When the young are barely formed, still far from fully cooked, they're delivered early, transferring the development that should happen in the womb to outside the body instead. Humans are also considered trial animals. Even though babies are born with their eyes open, they are just as helpless as kittens when it comes to surviving independently. But humans are born early, so that our enormous brain volume can pass through the birth canal while cats do it. To avoid hindering the mother's hunting, this mechanism of shifting care outside the womb works perfectly in nature, but in a human-run animal rescue shelter, it becomes a total manpower crisis. Every spring breeding season, shelters are often filled to capacity with orphaned kittens from various accidents, particularly when humans attempt to take over a mother cat's role. The bar is extremely high. 2-week-old kittens have tiny stomachs and very fragile digestive systems, requiring volunteers to work around the clock every 2 to 3 hours bottle-feeding formula each time. What's even more overwhelming is their nervous systems aren't fully developed. These little guys have no idea how to control a breast pump. Every time after feeding, the rescuer must use a warm, wet cotton swab to continuously wipe the kitten's genitals to simulate the mother cat's tongue in motion. If you skip this step, the kitten won't be able to urinate, leading to serious internal infections. The extremely complex feeding and elimination care directly discourages many ordinary volunteers to lower the barrier to rescue. People started using medical incubators to replace the mother cat's body warmth wrapping. When the kitten is in an extremely stable and comfortable warm environment, the body's heat loss is greatly reduced and metabolism becomes much slower. As long as proper warmth is maintained, the time a kitten can endure between feedings can be extended to some degree, stretching what was every 2 to 3 hours, one high-intensity feeding rotation to something humans can manage with. Preparing for these fragile lives is truly complex, but the genetic code written inside them by nature executes at a speed that often surprises people. In just a few short weeks, those tissue clusters still needed cotton swabs to stimulate bowel movements. The complex neural pathways inside the brain come full. Tightly closed eyelids pull back to both sides, revealing clear pupils. Folded ears stand upright like radar, precisely detecting vibrations in the air when it takes its first tentative steps on all fours, moving toward a moving object, extending the retractable claws from its paw pads. A complete program of a miniature hunter finally finishes loading in the comfort of a warm bed.